breaking news here on ABC News Live. The deadly shootout at a grocery store in Arkansas. 9 people shot, 2 of the victims confirmed dead. What happened there and the suspected gunman, what we know so far. Plus, millions of Americans baking in that sweltering heat. Record highs expected, cities on alert from coast to coast. And into the weekend, what we're learning and what we're tracking about those dangerous temperatures and how long they will last. And the supreme decision involving gun rights in America. The nation's highest court upholding a law barring domestic abusers from owning guns. How gun rights groups are reacting. But we do begin with that breaking news. The deadly shootout at a grocery store in Arkansas. Police on the scene this hour at the Mad Butcher grocery store in Fordyce, roughly 70 miles south of Little Rock. At least 9 people have been shot, including 7 civilians, 1 police officer, and the suspect. Police now confirming 2 people are dead. Leading us off this hour is ABC's Morgan Norland, who is following this story. Morgan, what do we know so far about what exactly happened here?
Well, Jay, we're actually waiting for a press conference to get started here shortly, but I've been monitoring this really active situation over in Arkansas, as you mentioned, where state police, they are responding to a shooting in Fordyce. That is a rural town a little more than an hour outside of Little Rock. Now, so far, we know that 9 people were shot. That includes 2 people that were killed, 7 injured. We also know 1 law enforcement officer was injured as well. Non-life-threatening injuries. It does sound like he's going to be okay. But at this hour, we're learning that the FBI is headed there to investigate. We know that this all unfolded around 11:30 this morning, again at the Mad Butcher grocery store. We are still working to learn what led up to all of this, but as you can imagine, Jay, the chaos being in a grocery store, outside of a grocery store in a parking lot, and hearing gunshots is something that we've seen before and happening all over the country. Of course, we've had more shootings than days of the year at this point, and now we're at this particular situation in Arkansas where we're waiting on that press conference to start and hopefully learn more about what led up to those gunshots going off this morning.
So, Morgan, as we await to learn more from that press conference that you were mentioning, what have we heard from people in the area? What are they saying?
Yeah, we've heard from several witnesses, including one woman who says that she was in the car and heard several gunshots. And initially, she says she thought it was fireworks. She saw a man drop to the ground, down with his groceries in hand, by the way. And she says she also saw the shooter. Here's what else she had to say.
It just happened all of a sudden. Like, we thought it was fireworks, but it wasn't. It was a man shooting, just shooting everywhere. And my mama was in the store. I was worried. I thought they killed her.
And I held my sister's hand and I told her I love her and I prayed for her, and I was just sitting there in fear because from where I was sitting, the only thing I could see was him if he came up to it. All I seen was the sky. And I just prayed and I was real scared. Like,
Jay, you can just, I got goosebumps listening to that. Just imagine the terror and the fear that these customers and folks in that parking lot were experiencing as they're coming face to face with a gunman, someone walking around that parking lot with a gun. Again, we're still working to learn more details. Again, that press conference should be starting here shortly, but we do know one of the shooters was critically injured after engaging with police. That is according to state police. And again, reaction is pouring in at this hour. We know Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders shared a tweet saying that she's been briefed in on this shooting. So, of course, again, we're hopefully learning more within the next few minutes or so. But we're going to keep an eye on the situation, both on air and online. Jay?
Morgan, as we were speaking, that press conference started and ended very quickly. We will have an update on what we learned from that press conference at 6 o'clock. Morgan Norwood, thank you for following this story for us.